Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Cosmos Atom. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, the previous update is going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Feel free to check that out before watching this one so that you have more context. Let's jump into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart here, we still have the same Fibonacci retracement that I show in every single video. If you don't know how to use the Fibonacci retracement, there is going to be a link down below in the description that will take you to a video where I explain thoroughly how to use the Fib and how to set your targets based on the Fib. So we have the swing high in May of 2021, we have the swing low in March of 2020, and right now, if I quickly zoom in and remove all of these drawings here, which I'll get them back in just a second. I just want to clear this up so it's easier for you to see what's going on. So as you can see, we had a beautiful retest of the 0.5 here at $5.87. We wicked just a bit below that, and then we had our move to the upside. We ran into the 786, then we had a pullback into the golden ratio and the 0.618, which was $8.79. Since then, we're almost heading towards a 2x from that point, and we're approaching the 786 Fibonacci one more time. So hopefully we're going to break above that and we're going to start testing $20, which is going to be a major resistance level for us, which is the low that we printed in December of 2021. So that's going to be a major level for us to break. And hopefully in 2023, we're going to be sitting at all-time high prices for Cosmos. Now let me bring back all the drawings. And let's complicate this just a little bit. So we do have as you can see, a descending broadening wedge, and we're breaking above that pattern already. We looked at this for the past couple of months here, or a couple of weeks, I should say. The last retest of the support was all the way back in November. And since then, we started pumping and we broke above the resistance here. So the resistance that was created in September, we retested that in November. All of that was broken above right now, and that's pretty good. We need to see a backtest of support, hopefully, if you want to have a perfect entry here. Obviously, the yellow trend line there, the white trend line. I feel sorry, to be honest with you, for everyone who did not enter Cosmos in this pullback where we dropped all the way down to $6, because Cosmos is probably not coming back down to these prices here at $6. Obviously, if we see a black swan event, we see any sort of capitulation, major sell-off, then of course we might see something, very brief. But generally speaking, I don't think we're going to be seeing a $6 Cosmos token. So our major target is going to be this swing high we created in September. And if we break that, we're looking even more bullish than ever. Obviously, we're way above our August high here because our August high was broken immediately here. So we created this August high, had a pullback, September high broke that, and once again broke another high at the end of September. So Cosmos is looking very bullish. If you're looking for good entries, I would eyeball the 55 EMA on the daily chart, currently sitting at $11.95. You have the white support trend line at $12.55 based off of this high here that we created in May. We retested that in August. Then we had a couple of retests afterwards as well. And let me just extend this trend line like that. And just so it's easier for you to see it. So that white trend line is going to be a major support level. Like I said, the yellow trend line from the descending broadening wedge as well. Then you have another trend line over here, which I'm going to make it a bit thicker so it's easier for you to see. So that trend line is... I think that's from the weekly chart, right? I'm not too sure, but that's from these lows that we created here. So you can see that we ran into resistance in July. We back tested it as support in August. We had another back test of support in October. And potentially we could back test it once again. So that's going to be $11.25. Then you have the yellow trend line below that at $10.60. This is based off of a couple of swing lows that we had here in 2022 and one local high that we had in November, and then we got a pullback. So that's something that you can keep an eye on. And obviously the golden ratio, What could happen ideally is we come back down and retest the golden ratio and then continue from there. But I don't think that is going to happen. Cosmos is looking very bullish here. So something drastic has to happen for us to come back down 50%, you know. So I think if Bitcoin does come back down below $20,000, below $17,000 even maybe, at that point, potentially we see a $9 Cosmos. But other than that, I'm not sure if we're going to be coming back down to the golden ratio. But like I said, never say never. If it does happen, just have some buy limit orders set up in advance. You're never going to be sorry that you had those. Now, the support block that we have here, anywhere from $7.92 to $7.36, is something that I was expecting we would retest on this pullback that we had in December, but we didn't get as low as $7.95, and we started pulling back earlier. And this is basically the trading range that we had here during the summer of 2022. This would have been a very good entry point. I would have been entering at these prices, unfortunately, but I didn't. Because we didn't get there, but I do have Cosmos. Don't worry, I'm staking and I'm in the market basically. So I'm looking for, if we assume that this is our all-time low, or rather our bear market low, then we take that. So we have $161 per token as our technical target for Cosmos, and I think that's a pretty good deal. If you were buying at these prices here. So hopefully that's going to play out on the daily chart. Let's see what's going on here. We got pretty overextended, as you can see. In January, we got to the index of 85. I would be looking at entries off the green trend line and off the pink trend line. As always, if you've seen my previous updates, you know what I'm talking about. If not, just feel free to check those out. I don't want to be repeating the same stuff in every single video, but we do have the support trend line, which is green and pink, and a yellow one as well. Those are the trend lines you could be targeting, and these are based off of the previous local lows that we have printed in 2022 and 2021. Now let's switch over to the Binance website. Taking a look at the weekly chart on Binance, as you can see, my Elliott wave structure is playing out perfectly here. I did not expect this to be this accurate, to be honest with you, because, you know, it never plays out the way you want it to play out. But this was a hypothetical for me, and I just said that we might retest this support block, and from there, we are going to continue to the upside. And look at this. Perfect bounce from the support block. We're already up 79%. We're breaking the 55 EMA on the weekly chart, my friends. This is something that we haven't done since we broke below it in April of 2022. So we're looking at 10 months of this consolidation, or rather bear market, and or not even a bear market, a pullback below the 55. Obviously, this was a bear market. I'm saying that since we pulled back below the 55, 10 months later, we're coming back above it. And once we see that bullish cross on the weekly where the 20 EMA crosses above the 55, that's going to be your major buy signal. At that point, you can enter without really expecting any more strong pullbacks down the line. However, those I'm assuming are going to happen at some point. But I'm just saying that if you're looking, you know, for safety, you can enter after the bullish cross on the weekly, but obviously you're not going to be as profitable as the people who have been entering here. My average buy-in price is around $13, to be honest with you. So I did not average in a lot at these prices, unfortunately, but I do have the average price at $13, and yeah, that's my average buy-in price. So the third wave, the major third wave here in this Elliott wave structure, could take us up to $21, $22. Then we have a pullback to $15, $16, and then we have another leg up towards $28.50, which is going to be the 786 here. We'll see how that plays out. So far, the Elliott wave structure has been playing out very nicely. Our technical target is all the way up here at $43. That is our target from this large falling wedge. We're on our way to that target, and from the all-time high, we're only down 63%. So, you know, this is looking pretty good for Cosmos, to be honest with you. 200% off the all-time high. So we could see this all-time high met within the next, you know, 3 to 4 months potentially, and afterwards we're going to be printing new new all-time high prices for Cosmos. That's going to be very interesting to see. The weekly RSI is having a pretty strong move to the upside. I would be looking at these trend lines for re-entries, the blue trend lines to be exact, or the teal trend lines if you want to be technical about the colors. So potentially you could be entering off of this retest here. So this teal trend line that we've been holding since June, December retest of 2021, then we had a pullback and a move to the upside one more time. So we want to see that retest of support. And obviously if we go to the volume, you can see that we're getting good volume candles here. Obviously not anything that we've seen in December of 2020, but we're getting close there, and hopefully in 2024 we're going to be at new all-time high prices. So thank you all for watching. This has been it. If you want to check out my Patreon, the link is going to be down below in the description. There's going to be a free 7-day trial for anyone looking to test my Patreon out. You are going to be able to access all the content posted on the Patreon since October of 2021, and you can let me know what you think of it. So that's been it. Thank you and take care.